Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sean's channel. So today we are going to talk about life by design. And today we have Kamala here. She's our guest. She's based in Malaysia. And Kamala, thanks for being one of my first guests, for helping me to start off this channel. It's my privilege to interview you. And we are just going to make this light and easy for today. So how are you today, Kamala?
Hey, Sean, thank you so much for having me. I am very excited to be here and I am feeling very good. Thank you.
Oh, good, thanks. And would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm currently a life coach.
Yep.
And I also do a little bit of training, and I am also an educator. I teach part-time at a university. This is actually a career change for me because at some point in my life, I realized that I was not doing, I actually realized that I like to help people. Like I like to teach, I like to share my knowledge. I like to work with people who want to create a better version of themselves or go for something that they love doing. So since then, I have shifted career. So just a quick backstory. Before that, I was in corporate for more than 20 years. I was a IT project manager, and I was working in a Fortune 500. I was working in a few Fortune 500 companies, doing projects at regional levels, managing projects at regional levels, also involved in global projects.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was it.
That was a huge change from being a sort of an employee to a kind of becoming a coach and doing your own business.
Absolutely. That took a huge mind shift and a lot of intentional work to move from where I was to where I am now. Yeah.
Wow. And may I know, who do you coach? Which group of people do you coach mainly?
Right now, most of my clients are people like me, because I went through this journey a while ago. Like I was a professional woman, having had success, and I was feeling a bit lost. So what I find is that a lot of the people that I work with now, they are also, a lot of them are professional women. They are usually in their mid-career and they have achieved a certain level of success, but they are feeling like this is not really where they want to be, and there is really something that they want to do and they want to figure out what it is. So most of my clients are at that age group, although I do coach other people as well, but this make up most of my clients.
Right. So mostly professional women, I would say, and with success in their career, but they are not really where they want to be. So
yeah, and some of them are also women who have taken a break from their careers, maybe to take care of their families, and they want to get back to where they want. And some of them are professional women who want to, achieve more success. So but the element is quite a number of them actually feel like there's something else that is missing, and they're seeking for that thing to make their life more fulfilling.
Oh, right. So also includes a woman who have taken a break from their career and feeling like there's something missing in their life. So if you are a professional woman, have gotten a little bit of success and not really, but you're not really where you want to be, and you're feeling like something is missing, maybe this is something that you want to listen to. So
just to add, Sean, some of them are actually very successful. Some of them are very successful, but it's just that they don't feel like this is what they actually really want in life. Like you've climbed up a mountain and you're standing on top of it, but it's not really the mountain that they wanted to be on. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And what do you help them? How do you help them? What do you do to help them?
Yeah, so that's where the life by design comes, because there's many people actually feel this, where they feel like it's not just women, I believe men also feel this, that they have achieved something in life, and outwardly they could appear to be very successful, but this is not really the success that they wanted.
Yeah.
So how do you find the success that you want? And often when people are feeling this way, they know they have a long list of things that they don't like to do. They're very clear about it, but very often they're not very clear about what is it that they want to do. And this is where I can help them. Like, I can actually work with them to understand what are the values that actually drives them. Because a lot of times when we are young, we are told about what we should do. Like, our parents may have had certain expectations of what we should do. Then we get into the schooling system, and then the schooling system tells us, oh, this is what a successful person would do. And then we are part of a greater community, and the community also kind of dictates what is successful and what is not. And we absorb all these things, and then we go on an autopilot, trying to achieve all this success that other people think is success. But it may not be what we really want. So this is where I work with them to understand what is their own values and what would be the thing that makes them successful.
Nice, nice. So and you talk about that we need to work regularly on our mindset in order to live a life of our own design. We had a previous conversation about this, so would you like to talk a bit more about that? Why do we need to work regularly on our mindset?
If we want to achieve something in our life, there's a few components that we have to think about. The first one is the first thing I spoke about, which is what drives us, right? So when we set goals, the goals should be driven by our values. Like, if I value my family above everything else, but I'm out there traveling all over the world and not seeing my family for months, then I will definitely not be happy. It doesn't matter what level of success I achieve. And if my value is actually to have a career and be a successful career woman, but I have given up my career to take care of my family for a long term, I will not be happy. So we have to find out what is our values. So that's the first part. And the second one is, and then this actually forms part of the mindset as well, because we, so when we have goals, like goals that are really aligned to us, our mindset will actually shift in that direction. Like, if I'm driving to Auckland, for example, I need to know that I'm going there and which direction it is. I can't just drive without knowing where I'm going. So having a goal that is linked to our values is really, all of us, I think we all know this. In late December, we will all set a lot of goals. And then, like, come the new year, we are going to do this exercise, we are going to lose this amount of weight, we are going to drink a lot of water, we do all these amazing goals in our head. And then by mid-January, most of it fizzles out. And there's a reason, like, why don't these things stick? And a lot of it is due to the fact that we actually have got programming that has been built into us by our parents, our school system, our communities, and these things act like brake. Although we are trying to press against the accelerator and try to go forward, but these things become our blocks, our limiting beliefs, and they just stop our progress. Eventually, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many times I go to the gym, I'm going to be like this. Or you get up in the morning and you're so tired to wake up and you just hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. So all this comes from our pre-programming. So we also need to remove this resistance. And that's how our mindset gets And the other part is, in order to achieve any goals, right? The goal itself is just a one-off thing. But would you agree that we actually have to have habits? And if I keep having the correct habit, eventually the goal, we will achieve it. If I set a goal to run a marathon, I will not achieve it. But if I get up every day and I run for half an hour, eventually I'll be able to run a marathon.
Yeah. So it's about taking action, right?
Yeah, and also about setting the correct habits. Right. The habit of writing a book every day will get me to write a book. The habit of doing a YouTube interview every week will get me to get a YouTube channel. So the habit of doing something is extremely important. So all these things actually are part of the mindset that we need to have.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So we said values. So we have to set goals that link to our values so that we have direction. We don't feel something's missing in us, and to actually take action by setting the correct habit. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also to remove the resistance.
And to remove the
of
resistance.
Our past programmings.
In our past programmings. That's a lot of things. Sounds simple, but I guess that is a lot of work, internal work to do. And what can you share a bit of the results that you have gotten for your clients? Any kind of results that you want to share with everyone?
Yeah, it's actually amazing when we work on ourselves, like how things shift. So I have like lots of results. So let me think of something. I have got a lady who was very she's a professional lady, and she doesn't really, she's been working in the corporate for so long, but she doesn't feel like she fits in. And she's got a very spiritual side, like she wants to go into a very holistic business, where she is do healing and things like that.
Yes.
So, but she didn't really realize this. So after we did our values thinking and everything, and she realized that she's got such a strong calling to go, to be aligned to her body, to her, to more of a healing things, think about food and stuff like that. So eventually what she did while she was working, she actually set up a business, an online business, where she works on coaching people with, like things that are healing in nature, like meditation and like I think she has got a number of modalities, because this is a skill set that she already has. She has been interested in it, but she never really thought about it as something that she could go in as a career.
Yes.
But when she did this, and she understood her values and everything, and she realized that that is the reason why she's not happy, because her job has got nothing to do with this. And when you are so into healing and living healthily and, doing things like meditation, and, for 12 hours a day, you are actually doing the total opposite. You are so busy, you're not taking care of your health. You don't even have time to drink water. You have no time to exercise. You can imagine the friction that you go through, right? Because you believe so much in something, but your lifestyle is different. So over time, she actually set up something on an online business, and she hasn't made the full transition yet, but she is now, she's now working on that, and hopefully very soon she can leave her full-time job and focus on this. So a number of people actually feel that way, and but it's not always the same, because I also have got clients who were unhappy with their work.
Yes.
So I've got this lady who's a lawyer. And she was just not getting fulfilled, but all her life she wanted to be a lawyer.
Yes.
But she was not really feeling fulfilled with her work.
Yes.
But when she came in and she did her values linking and everything, and what she found is that she actually wants to be a lawyer. However, what she was worried about is moving on and taking a higher role.
I see.
That worried her. So when that actually comes, that is actually a resistance. It comes from a past limiting belief. So once that was removed, she actually felt very comfortable being in her position, because now she has got no fear of people trying to promote her or going for the next level.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
before that she limited.
Wow.
So yeah. So the thing is, when I work with someone, I don't really know what's going to happen, but they would know, because it comes from themselves.
Yeah, that's
so it's a privilege. It's a privilege to watch this kind of transformation happening.
Yeah, and that's a lot of transformation, and I guess it's a huge change to that person because of the blockage that was removed that allows her to transform her life, to overcome her fears or to face her fears. I guess that's very powerful.
Yeah.
And
So
would you like to
it's
share?
not always that people have to make change. Sorry, Sean.
Yeah, no worries.
I was saying that it's not always that we have to make drastic change. Sometimes we just have to remove a friction that will make our current life feel so much more at ease, and it looks like it has got meaning.
Yeah, removing friction. Yeah, and in doing that, do you have any challenges in coaching, or what kind of challenges have you faced in coaching your clients? Would you like to share anything?
I wouldn't say there's real challenges, but every client is different because it is a process. So the speed that they go would be their own journey. So I think that is like no one, like I can't say that in 2 sessions they'll be okay, they will figure out something, or how many sessions, because it is their own journey. But otherwise, I think it's the nice thing about coaching is as a coach, we are not experts. They are the experts. Because they really know what's happening in their life. They know their values. They know what is important to them. So the coach is just someone who asks the right questions so that they can get their, all those links unwinded and clear. So they'll figure out for themselves what is the right thing.
Yes, and that's very important, asking the right questions, and having the tools, and having the right tools to help, to guide you, to coach you, and also to shine light, to find yourself, to find the thing that's missing in yourself, I guess.
Right? Yes. And I know that you are a coach as well, Chong. So
yeah, I'm learning. So I'm learning a lot from you as well now, Kamala. And thanks for saying that. And I understand that you are also a new entrepreneur. So you shared that you have transited from an employee to becoming an entrepreneur. So I guess that there's a lot of a mindset shift or mindset change that you have to develop. So would you like to share the learnings or challenges that you have experienced?
That's actually my own journey on having a huge mindset shift, because being an employee, I was an employee for more than 2 decades. So being an employee, we have got a certain way of thinking, certain fears, certain safety zones. And being an entrepreneur is totally different. And first I thought it's just about the skill set. Then I realized, no, as an entrepreneur, one of the most important things is the mindset change, because things are going to feel very different, and entrepreneurs have to make decisions and operate under very different circumstances. So the mindset is actually the most important thing that I needed to work on myself to be, there was a lot of work on mindset. Like, I cannot stress it enough. There was so much of work on mindset that I had to do in order to think differently, to allow myself to feel certain risks and still go ahead. Yeah, these things were huge. And I think anyone who has made this transition would know exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. And for those who are wanting to shift to for example to have to cultivate that entrepreneurial mindset or to start doing business from not doing business or haven't have an experience, what's your advice for them?
I would advise very strongly to learn under someone, like to go and find a mentor or a coach or both. Because a mentor is someone who would have done this before. So the mentor can help with the teachings because they would know exactly the path. You may fall here or you may falter here, and they can guide you.
Yes.
A coach is also would help a lot, because at times where we know exactly what to do, sometimes it's just a resistance or it's just a fear from a past experience that just paralyzes us and stops us from moving forward. And a coach can really help in this way. So I would suggest, instead of trying to do it by ourselves, get a coach and a mentor to help with this journey.
Yeah, I agree. Having a coach and a mentor, and also I guess having that internal drive that is that really what you want to do? Because if that's not really what to do, or like the coach and mentor is just someone external to you. So I think you need to have a deep conversation with yourself, whether is that aligned to your value, for example, and is that what you really want, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because the why is very important. And I think this is where the coach can also help, because the coach can ask these right questions to find out whether being an entrepreneur is really aligned with your value. Because it may not be, like if the current trend is for everyone to become entrepreneurs, sometimes we just jump on the bandwagon without thinking about it. And then and life will get tough. Entrepreneur will eventually have to, will have to face the rubber hits the road moment.
Yes.
And if the why is not strong, then of course, we're not going to make it. So it's very important to know that we know the why and we have our values totally aligned.
Yeah. So understanding the why is very important.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very
and I think the dog supports that. I saw that you have a group called Cahaya Circle. Would you like to share a bit more about that? What's that about?
Yeah.
Is that part of the
Cahaya
coaching
Circle
group?
Cahaya Circle is a women's empowerment circle.
Yes.
So it's a group that it actually has kind of started very organically, just like a few of us friends. We there was a lockdown, right? A global lockdown. So during the lockdown, we all could not leave the house. So we kind of started it at that time just to add, and over time it became like a empowerment circle. And I used to facilitate it.
Yes.
And then it kind of just grew. So now we have about 100 women, and we meet on alternate Thursdays, 2 Thursdays a month actually, to be exact. And so sometimes I facilitate it. Sometimes we also have got other members of the circle who are very knowledgeable and very talented in different areas. So sometimes they facilitate it. Sometimes we invite other speakers or other inspiring people from outside to do some sharing. And it's a place, actually, the reason for it is because when people are inspired to do something, they usually do not find support in their immediate circle. I think Napoleon Hill wrote in his book, Think and Grow Rich, that a lot of dreams are killed by family members and close friends. Because when you go and say, like, I want to do this, and they go like, oh, but your job is so good and you're so stable, and why do you want to rock the boat? They mean it in a good way, because they're trying to protect you and keep you safe. But sometimes when you have a dream or a vision to do something, it actually just gets killed straight away. So sometimes it's good to find other people who are also want to be inspired, want to achieve something, and be in that positive circle, so that, you know, when you talk about your dreams or something that you want to do, you feel it's normal. There are also lots of other people who want to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so Cahaya Circle is a place where people will come to feel empowered. Like whatever is it that you want to do, you're allowed, you know, go for it. And you have the support if you need. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that it's very important to tell us that tell ourselves that we are allowed. Yeah, to be, well, if you feel
Go for it.
abnormal, if you feel abnormal, then maybe you want to find to put yourself into a group that is supportive of your growth in a positive way.
Yeah.
And
Like a mastermind or a supportive circle. So Cahaya Circle is a group for any women. It's free, so anyone can join. So if anyone wants to work on themselves, want to achieve something, and you feel you want to be in a supportive space, this is the place to come to.
Cool. That's a very nice initiative. And what else? I'm just thinking. So would you like to share a little bit about your coaching program? Anything that how people can benefit from your session? You might have mentioned this, but maybe just in a different way, maybe.
Yeah, the coaching programs, the way we start is, I usually start everyone on an 8-week coaching program. And at the 8-week session, this is a one-to-one. I do both. I do individual as well as I do in a group. So for the individual, it's an 8-week. And at the end of the 8-week, the client will feel something. There will be a breakthrough. And I give a happiness guarantee. So if they actually not feel anything is happening, they do have money back guarantee. So this is something that I feel very passionately about, that you know, it really works and it can cause some form of transformation that they will feel. And then many of the clients will continue on with a monthly session after that, where they continue on for as long as they want, working on whatever is it that they want. So that's for the individual part. And for the group, I do workshops. I do like a 2-day, it's like a weekend transformational sections where they can come in, and we take them through a process, and at the end of it, they will have their values clearly mapped out, and they will also have some form of resistance removed, and they will have certain, you know, powerful habits that can actually get them. They do it, they will achieve some success. But I have to say, like, whatever work we do, Chong, I think you know that as well. The mindset is one thing, but the real reward or the real deal comes with taking action.
True.
So what we also provide is a support system to make them take action. Like Cahaya Circle is one of it, but for the coaching clients, we also give them additional support to make sure that, you know, working on their goals.
So taking action is very important. You can't just join a program, pay for the program, and then expect some results. You have to put in the time and effort, do the work to achieve, to transform, or to achieve your goals, right? So
absolutely. That's why the habit part of it is very important. Because as long as we have the correct habits on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, the goal will get achieved.
And this sounds exciting. And I think if you are interested, you can, I believe that Kamala will be able to help you and we'll be very happy to talk to you. And if you'd like to check out, there will be a link in this, down here in this video, that you can find out more about what Kamala offers and what the program that she offers, her social media. And well, before I close this session, I'd like to highlight that Kamala will also be having a radio interview next week, is it?
Next
today.
Wednesday, yeah.
Next Wednesday. So next Wednesday, a radio interview on an Australian radio show. It's called the Diva Show by Christina Harin, which is based in Melbourne. So if you'd like to know more, you can listen to this radio show. Kamala will be there. Right.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Sean.
No worries, and thanks for being here today. It's my pleasure to have you here. I'm grateful that you're happy to share this. Yeah, thanks very much, Kamala. See you.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Sean.
everyone.
It's a privilege.
Thanks, everyone.